One can become possessed through satanic pride. Someone who has a lot of pride is confused. His mind is muddled as though it's filled with exhaust fumes. He makes serious mistakes but isn't even aware of it. One such person told me, "I love everybody. I even love the devil. He is not bad." "What are you saying, you foolish man?" I told him. "If God had given free range to the devil, he'd have destroyed us all by now. Who has ever seen any benefit from the devil that you too expect some?" But this person has reached such a level of confusion that no matter what you say to him, he just doesn't understand. He complains that you are pressuring him. Is this pressure? You just can't change his frame of mind. He is not crazy, for his mind is working just fine. He simply needs to understand that when he says such words, it is a rejection of God, a blasphemy. And this is how they slowly turn towards the worship of Satan. When you see Satanists, it's obvious that they are subjugated by the devil. You see this demonic influence all over them, and they lead young people where they want through the use of satanic music. Young people even come to evoke Satan. I've even heard that when certain records of rock music are played backwards, they are actually words that invoke Satan. They even have doxologies to Satan. "To you, O Satan, I commit my life." It is a terrible thing. In other words, Geronda, excessive pride can lead someone to demonism. Yes, it can. Let's say that someone makes a mistake and goes on to justify himself. If people try to tell him something helpful, he complains that they are being unfair, starts believing that he is better than them, and goes on to condemn them. After that, he begins to condemn the saints themselves. He starts off with the newer saints and then moves on to the older ones. That one didn't perform any miracles, the other did this or that. And then he will go on to criticize the ecumenical councils of the church. Even the councils, the way they reached their decisions. In other words, even the councils, in his opinion, cannot be trusted on matters of doctrine, and so forth. And finally he says, "Now, why did God do that this way?" Well, when a person reaches this point, he doesn't become crazy, he becomes possessed. A young man who was possessed came with his father to the Calvary and claimed that he was a god. He had gone to a spiritual father outside Mount Athos, who, being afraid that the devil would pounce on him, told the young man, "Bless me." Well, what can you say? In any case, the young man then went on to tell his father, You'll see, even Father Paisios will acknowledge that I am a god." He bet his father all the money they had that I would accept him as a god. When I began to invoke the Jesus prayer using my Comboskoini, he suddenly stood up and started shouting, "What are you doing over here with that? I'm the one who has committed every sin, this sin and that sin. I have the devil in me and have become a god. You must accept that I am a god. But you can do nothing with your mumbling there." And he went on saying awful things like that. I finally became indignant and gestured him away. "Get out of here, you wretch." I gave him a really good scolding. He became angry like a beast. He then took the money out of his pocket and threw it at his father. "Here, take it. I lost the bet."